The sky was a mosaic of fiery reds and bruised purples, fractured like a shattered mirror. For centuries, the people of Earth had called it the Rift, a celestial anomaly that split the heavens after the Singularity War. No one knew what truly caused it, but the rift wasn't just a scar. It was alive, pulsating with energy that defied understanding. Ships that ventured too close never returned, and the whispers spoke of an intelligence within, watching, waiting. Aboard the starship Eos, Captain Lyra Vance stared at the rift through the reinforced observation deck. The mission was simple: approach the rift but not too close and gather data for the Galactic Accord. Yet simplicity had a way of unraveling in the cosmos. "Status report," Lyra said, her voice calm but edged with the tension of command. "Engines steady." "Shield integrity at 98%, replied Lieutenant Kieran Hale, her second in command. He was a wiry man with sharp features, his fingers dancing across the console. "No anomalies yet, but—" He hesitated, glancing at her. "But there's a fluctuation in the rift's energy field. It's subtle, but it's there." Lyra frowned. Fluctuations were never subtle near the rift. They were catastrophic. "Magnify it," she ordered. The screen shifted, zooming into the swirling chaos. Tendrils of light and shadow intertwined, but something moved. A ripple. A pulse. "That's not natural," Lyra murmured. "Natural stopped being a thing when the rift was born," Kieran replied, his voice low. "Do we proceed?" She didn't answer immediately. Her crew depended on her, but so did the Accord. The data could mean breakthroughs in energy, technology, even survival. Yet the cost of curiosity had always been steep. "We proceed," Lyra said, but with caution. As the EOs drifted closer to the rift, the ship's sensors began to fail, one by one. First, the long-range scanners flickered out. Then the communications array started emitting static. "We're flying blind," Kieran said grimly. "Not yet," Lyra replied. "Manual systems are still operational. Let's use them while we can." The rift loomed larger, its light spilling into the ship's corridors. Crew members whispered prayers, their faces pale. The air felt heavy, as if the rift's gravity reached beyond space itself. "Captain, we're detecting a signal," said Ensign Miratan, the youngest on the crew. Her voice trembled. "It's faint, but it's coming from within the rift." "A signal?" Lyra's heart raced. "Human?" Mira hesitated. "Not exactly. It's layered. Like a voice, but distorted." "Play it," Lyra commanded. The bridge filled with an eerie sound. It was a voice, but fractured, as if speaking through shattered glass. Words emerged and disintegrated. "Come." "Closer. Escape." The crew exchanged uneasy glances. "Captain," Kieran said, "this could be a trap." "Or a distress call," Lyra countered. "We've come this far. We're not turning back now." The EOs crossed the threshold of the rift. The moment it did, reality shifted. The stars outside stretched and warped, bending into impossible shapes. The ship's hull groaned and the lights flickered. "Shield integrity at 60%, Kieran reported. We're losing power fast." "Redirect auxiliary systems," Lyra ordered. "Keep us stable." Then the rift opened. A massive vortex appeared, revealing a world beyond. It was not empty space, but a landscape floating islands bathed in golden light, connected by rivers of shimmering energy. "What is this place?" Mira whispered. Lyra didn't answer. Her eyes were fixed on the largest island, where a towering structure stood. It was a spire of crystal and metal, pulsing in rhythm with the rift. "Set course for that spire," she said. As the EOs approached the spire, the signal grew stronger. The distorted voice now formed coherent words. "You are seen. You are chosen." The ship docked on a platform at the base of the spire. Lyra led a small team: Kieran, Mira, and Dr. Elias Trent, the ship's scientist. They stepped onto the platform, their boots echoing against the crystalline surface. The air shimmered, and figures emerged. They were humanoid but translucent, their forms shifting like liquid. Light. Welcome, one said, its voice resonating directly in their minds. We are the Watchers, caretakers of the rift. Caretakers? Lyra asked. What is this place? A bridge, the Watcher replied. Between worlds, between dimensions. The rift is not a wound, it is a doorway. Dr. Trent stepped forward. Why did you summon us? The Watcher's form flickered. Because your world is in peril. The rift's balance is breaking. If it collapses, it will consume your reality. Lyra's heart sank. How do we stop it? The Watcher extended a hand and a sphere of light appeared. Within it, images flashed, Earth, the stars, the rift, expanding, consuming everything in its path. You must restore the anchor, the Watcher said. The spire's core is damaged. Repair it, and the balance would hold. And if we fail? Kieran asked. The Watcher's voice turned somber. Then your world will become part of the rift. Forever. The team descended into the spire, navigating its labyrinthine interior. The walls glowed faintly, illuminating symbols that pulsed like a heartbeat. These look like equations, Doctor, Trent said, his eyes scanning the symbols. But they're written in time. Time? Lyra asked. It's hard to explain, Trent replied. But this place isn't just a structure. It's a machine. A living one. They reached the core, a massive chamber housing a swirling vortex of energy. But something was wrong. The energy was unstable, lashing out in violent arcs. That's the damage, Trent said. We need to stabilize it. How? Lyra asked. With this, the Watcher's voice echoed. A device materialized in Lyra's hands, a small, crystalline tool. Place it in the core, the Watcher instructed. But beware, the core will resist. It will test your resolve. Lyra nodded, gripping the device tightly. Let's finish this. As she approached the core, the energy surged, forming shapes, ghostly apparitions of her past, her fears, her regrets. They whispered to her, trying to break her focus. You can't save them, one said, taking the form of her late father. You'll fail, another hissed. It's voice her own. But Lyra pressed on. Her crew's voices anchored her, their belief in her stronger than the illusions. She reached the core and plunged them device into its heart. The chamber erupted in light and the energy stabilized, flowing in harmonious waves. The Watcher appeared, its form more solid now. You have done well. The balance is restored. What happens now? Lyra asked. The rift will remain, but your world is safe. For now. Lyra nodded, exhaustion washing over her. Let's go home. The EOs emerged from the rift, its crew battered but alive. The stars were as they had been before, distant and unyielding. Lyra stood on the bridge, staring at the rift one last time. It was still there, a reminder of the unknown. Do you think we'll ever understand it? Mira asked. Lyra smiled faintly. Maybe. But some mysteries are better left unsolved. The EOs turned away, its engines igniting as it set course for home. Behind them, the rift pulsed. Gently, a guardian of the endless sky.